Hey everyone, the name is Kris Barocsi and welcome to Gear Corner. Today, we'll finally do what so many of you guys asked for. It's a Tone King Imperial SHOOTOUT. I have the preamp pedal here, the Synergy Imperial Mark II preamp module inside that one, the Synergy Syn 20 IR head, and the actual Tone King Imperial Mark II. There's the head under the Synergy. I will play all three, and it's a little tricky because two of these are amps, like actual amplifiers, and one of them is a preamp. So the preamp does not need a load box. The other two do need a load box. So I had to figure out a way to make that work. And I think I nailed it. So this is how the signal chain looks like. So the guitar is going into one of the three. Now when I'm using this Synergy amp or the actual Imperial amp, I'm going into the aux box, but only for the load box feature. So I don't use the aux box's own cabinet simulation or mic simulation. It's just a DI signal coming through, and then I go into the aux stump, which is sitting right on top of the aux box, and the aux stump gets the normal line signal and does all the processing. So there's the cab simulation, the mic simulation, the room simulation, all those things happening. This is the signal chain as told for the amps, so the Synergy and the actual Imperial amp. When I'm using the preamp pedal, which does not need a load box, I'm going from the output of that pedal straight into the aux stump. So I'm using the exact same preset, the exact same cab sim and mic sim in all three. It's only that the amps get the load box from the aux box. I hope you understand it. If not, hit me up in the comments below. I can explain it, whatever is unclear. So this is the reference sound. This is my trusty old beloved Tone King Imperial Mark II head. Now play short snippets on all three, cut them one after each other so that you can actually tell some sort of a difference, if there's any, and then we'll talk about all of those. Very interesting. I have my first thoughts and impressions. I don't want to influence you though, so I'll give you some more time to make up your mind. If you want to comment, please do so right now. I will give you one more round of playing the clean channel, the rhythm channel of all three, and putting a pedal in front, because these amps are famous for being amazing with pedals as well. A lot of people use these as pedal platform. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. The clean channels. I felt like there's a bit more sort of mid-range or punch in the amp compared to the Synergy and the Preamp. It's not a big thing. It's just something that I immediately noticed when I picked the notes, that I have more, it's not even quickness or attack or anything. It's just that whichever mid-range that just jumps immediately. Now that could be the power amp, because let's not say or think that an amp is just the preamp voicing. It's the whole structure, the whole idea, the whole circuit, of course. It might be that, I don't know, not sure, but I felt like that is a little different. And then the preamp pedal and the Synergy felt almost identical or very, very close. Now, the drive or the lead channel, it's really interesting because, so this is the head. This is the Imperial Mark II head. Can you hear this airiness, openness, this sweet present, like a lot of present, but not at all harsh, not even with the bridge pickup. Now with the preamp pedal and the Synergy preamp module, it sounded a little warmer, a little darker. Of course, you have the tone knob, so you can simply open it up. I just didn't want to go very far with the settings from the Imperial heads settings. I wanted to keep the knobs in the ballpark, you know, plus minus a little. And it's not better or worse, it's just a different experience. And then a final thought on this whole lineup, like a very interesting collection of Imperials, right? There's the plugin even. I didn't even show that because I don't have it. But the preamp pedal, which is made for a certain kind of player, those who want to or have to play silently or just don't have the space or the budget for such an expensive amp. I mean, let's not ignore the fact that it's an expensive amp. You can take that and get most of the sound, all of the features, and then some more, because the reverb and the tremolo are stereo in the preamp pedal, which is just amazing. It sounds beautiful. And then the Synergy preamp module, which is made for different people. It's like if you already have like this head, the Synergy head, the Syn 20IR or the other versions, you want more modules. You want to have the flexibility from like a couple of €100 worth modules, and then, I don't know, put in a Mesa sounding one, and then a Diesel one, and then a Friedman one, and then get the Tone King one. It's a different kind of player who is already using Synergy stuff. And then for them, the Imperial preamp module is like the most reasonable, most clever sort of solution or product. So the sound of that is very similar to the preamp pedal. The standalone preamp pedal, at least that's how it sounds to me, and I love it. I enjoy it. I played it quite a bit on the channel, even though it's only a loaner. We'll have to go back, but I enjoy it a lot. And then the evergreen argument, the head, is it worth so much more? It depends on you, man. It's like, if you love it that much and you hear the difference, you'll understand why it costs more. And let's not assume that the manufacturer, the owners of this circuit and the creators of this circuit don't know that, right? There is a difference, even if it's not huge. If you listen to these shootouts or just sit down in a room with the actual amp and just plug it in, it's an instant love. That's what happens. A really good friend of mine needed a combo. His old amp was just too old and too precious to take out every single weekend for shows, and went through a couple of combos and ended up with the Imperial combo. Even though it's a little bigger and a little heavier than some other options, it's just the sounds, the features, the attenuator built in, etc. It's like, it's one of those special amps. So is it worth, $3K for you? It is worth for me. You have to decide for yourself, honestly, and don't let anyone influence you in any direction. If someone says like you must have it if you want to sound good, that's not really true. And all those who say that you're an idiot if you spend that much money on an amp, well, guess what? They also don't know it better. So don't listen to them either. All right, take it easy and see you down there in the comments. See you next time in another video. Bye.